And yeah, with me, of course, is my co-host Ashley.
Hello, hello. So, like we said before, we're always tardy to the party when it comes to these new games, and so we're trying to rectify that in this little series.
Yep. We've gone through 4 playthroughs, or 4 episodes so far. Yeah, it's kind of exciting to reach the culmination of everything we've been working towards.
Yeah, looks like we got some people in the chat. Kimber is joining us, our friend Kimber from Odd Shaped Channel, and also just our actual friend.
Yeah, in real life. We met them in New York. It was fantastic. How's it going, Kimber?
Kimber also painted us a really cool picture of the characters from this game. And it looks like we got Corey joining us as well. Corey from the Tech Podcast, who we haven't actually met in real life, but we've talked to online. We're actually going to be on that podcast very soon. We're going to be recording with them next week, I believe.
Yep.
I'll be recording with them this weekend. Yeah, I'm excited to see the dramatic conclusion of this game as well. It's been very interesting. I've never played a game quite like this before. We found out last time that you can get a game over. Apparently we were just doing so well up until then. Hey, Tom.
Welcome to the party.
And if anyone else is here, if you'll just, drop a little message, we'll acknowledge you too. And, yeah, there we go. We got Cal joining us as well. Lots of people.
Yup. And I'm monitoring that chat, though.
So yeah, it'll give us a little recap of the last playthrough to remind us of what happened, because these were released months apart, so they need to kind of remind people of what was going on.
What was going on? Bigby with his awesome little huff and puffs there. Episode 5, Cry Wolf.
I mean, your eyes and the teeth.
That's Faith.
You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Not if I can avoid it.
Nice.
That's awesome,
Very
Tom.
awesome.
No.
Holly's sister, Lily.
Do you even give a shit about us? The strays.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
That was kind of a
We're not
delayed
burning
reaction.
the tree, Snow.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
I don't know. Snow will come around. She's just... the crane thing hit her hard, and she doesn't really know who her friends are right now.
I agree with that, Kimber. We need more Toad and TJ. Because TJ is the best.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
God,
like
Bigby!
bad shot, too.
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take
Look,
just
if
one
there's
more
ever a
silver round
voice
near your
to
heart.
go with a
The
character
only
in
place
this
I'll be
movie or
visiting
in this
you
game,
is the
it's
morgue.
Dr. Swinehart.
Yeah.
Like, he
Bigby,
sounds
wait.
exactly like
When
he
you get the
looks.
crooked man, make sure you bring him back alive.
I can't think of
He
the
has to
actor's
stand
name,
trial.
but there's an actor that he really favors.
Why don't
as
you have
well.
a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
And that's the Crooked Man. That was a big reveal of the last episode.
And now it's our awesome epic 80s intro that this is the last time we're going to see you guys.
Yeah. I would buy this song. Feels like like it would go good in like a Shadowrun kind of role-playing game.
Totally. Yeah, Drive, it would go well with that too.
Yeah, I have that. This one of the main songs from Drive on my iTunes.
Real Human Beings.
Yeah, from college. I love that song. Different Drive, Corey, but I also like that song.
I'm a driver.
You've come a long way.
Oh, from the first Transformers. Oh, yep. Corny.
You must be tired.
Am I lighting up again?
He's got a problem.
I wonder if it's to keep him, like, from actually blowing houses down.
And if my envoys are correct,
new fixation.
You haven't had a lot of rest recently.
Oh, come on. Is Devil just a little PO'd at us?
Please, Sheriff.
That's the Jersey Devil with the gold rimmed glasses.
Okay, I missed that part of the game yesterday.
Do you want a drink?
I've only seen him in his final form.
Vivian makes a very nice,
really cool looking. I wish they would have shown us.
It's elegant, really a carpaccio.
Who's afraid of the big smoking wolf?
Well, gramercy me. Take a seat at the very least.
I'm here for one reason, and it's not to eat your fucking food.
His diction is really old school.
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You know why I'm here.
Oh, really?
You killed those women.
What women?
Faith and Lily, the girls who worked at the Pudding and Pie.
Episodes here and there.
I assume by your confidence in accusing me,
they really love watching all the science fiction shows.
Some allotment of evidence. A witness, perhaps.
Your servant over there told me you did it.
That's a fucking lie! I didn't say anything like that.
Fine.
All I said was that this was your town, and nothing wouldn't happen without your approval. All right? That's it.
Not my fault he took it wrong.
Those women. I don't relish telling you that the killings were perpetrated
by
I
remember that being brought up before, Tom.
It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you,
tweeted at us.
The matter will be dealt with internally.
Nolan, not the actual
I just
voice
want to
actor,
set
though
an
that would
issue
be cool.
for you, and to assure you that it's over with.
I already know who did it.
Forgive me, Sheriff, for doubting your acumen, but who do you think committed these crimes?
Please don't tie me. Okay.
I hope you don't still think I did it. I have my bad habits, but manslaughter isn't one of them.
It was Mary.
No, Sheriff. I'm afraid you're mistaken. I have complete respect for you and your job, I really do, but I'm sorry. I simply can't divulge the transgressor. You really shouldn't worry yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
No, I'm
gonna
deal with it right now.
Bloody Mary.
Right. What do you think this is? Some kind of negotiation?
Is that right?
The man said he'd take care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
You know who did it.
One of those,
now
like,
tell
explanation books
Fuck
for all the
you,
fairy
Bigby.
tales, all the deep dark secrets.
You think I'm scared of you? You're nothing more than a...
That's enough! I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance...
It's in the bookshelf in another room.
If you have to know,
I'm too lazy to go. I don't want to miss a moment.
However, like I said,
Jeff's so
I'll
hairy.
be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just...
Sit down. Now.
Yeah, I killed him, so what?
Those basic tats.
You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
You piece of shit. I should have fucking known.
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, Let's work something out.
What's there to
That's
work
why you
out?
gotta make
I'm
sure your
protected,
instructions
aren't
are
I?
clear,
Your
so they're
protection
mayonnaise
has
proof,
limits,
as my friend
and I think
John
you far
would say.
exceeded yours. But you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And
you
then
told me
attempt
to
to
kill
blame
him.
me for it.
Quit embarrassing me in
You
front
will
of the
be
guests.
silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, sis. You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff?
Corey.
Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
All right, let's talk.
You can't just hand me over. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really
cool,
gonna
Cal.
sell him
Not
out just
everybody
like
has
that?
the
I
same
can't give a fuck
cultural
if I'm the one. Who the
references.
shit do you think you
Just
fuckers
surrender.
are?
The fuck out of
I
here.
do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen. Get the fuck away from me. He's the one you fucking want.
This could have gone so well. But you just had to complicate things. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Oh no. Of course.
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
Oh no.
Cause that's freaking teamwork. I feel as though this is not going to go well.
No, I think I'm gonna get a game over in a minute.
Take this!
Bloody Mary is quite intense in her character.
You're done, Wolf.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
Oh no.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
Ooh, suck it, Georgie.
Oh god. Oh.
This way.
That seemed
That
very
did
painful.
not look good for him. Checkpoint.
Come on, George.
Ooh, shit.
I know.
Now he's like full wolf form. That would have been bad. Glad Joe's playing because we've got like 80 game overs if I were playing this game. How can he do this and smoke all those cigarettes?
Well, I mean, previously his breath could blow down houses, so He is going to be in so much trouble.
Fuck! What was that?
Yeah, Kimber. Can your brother do that level of parkour? He huffed and he puffed and he smoked that stick.
Take him off!
I can't. Nice.
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
He's not moving.
Keep going!
Of course.
Come on.
Right. Fuck it.
Make it some kind of sanctuary.
Oh, I swear to God, if it's his same clothes, basically.
Holy shit.
Holy crap, is Georgie a Mundy?
Ooh. Well, I mean, he's named for Georgie Porgy, so I was under the assumption he was a...
Unless the original Georgie's dead.
Come on. We can't stay here.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay.
As if we need to see the trail of blood to know,
Hello,
like, where
Bigby.
he's going.
I hoped you'd come to your senses. Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go.
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
You gonna carry me?
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls...
So it's all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't
fucking...
mean-
You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not. Go
I mean,
ahead
they're
and
both
arrest me
technically
then.
responsible.
But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault.
I mean, it's partially your fault, man.
But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know?
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them... What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die, do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you talking about?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie?
So between a rock and a hard
We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted
Billy.
you.
You can't fucking blame me.
Welcome, Billy.
You're not innocent here either.
I know that. But did it have to be like this?
Wait, those were your ribbons? You're in on this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the crooked man showed up and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
We'll find another way. She doesn't have to die. Maybe the witches
there is
can...
a lot of
like
purple
I'm not
in
even
this
here.
game, Billy.
Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
You're right. It's your life.
I know what I've done.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person?
Oh, Kilgrave.
What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian, no!
Jeez.
Fuck! No, 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 no! Why'd you have to do that, Vivian?
Tom.
Vivian!
Damn it!
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh!
He's got pie on
That's
his
the
fingers.
worst hand tattoo I've ever seen.
Oh my god, Corey.
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby.
Yeah, that don't look too good.
I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the crooked man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, alright? For both of us. You know the bastard deserves
Scratch, a scratch.
He's gonna have it worse. Don't worry.
No, he won't.
Old foundry by the
Find
river.
me tomorrow
alright?
and you'll find me a
Shepherd
brave
Metalworks.
man.
He'll be there. Fucking asshole.
Not quite the right quote, but, you know.
You wanna
Same
finish
thing.
me off now?
No, that's disgusting, Kimber. That's
Or do you
disgusting.
plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my
Oh,
limbs off one by
gross.
one? That's what you want to do, right?
That's not who I am.
Prove it then. No more games, all right? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick. I know what I did.
Yeah, Mercutio. Act 3, Scene 1, Romeo and
What?
Juliet.
You're just gonna leave me here?
When he's accidentally
send
stabbed
someone
by
for your body.
Tybalt. Tybalt runs off, and
Both of
he
you.
keeps playing it off as like a joke, like, "Oh, I'm
Fuck
fine,
you.
I'm fine," and then he yells at Romeo, and then he dies
of
off
shit.
stage. A plague of both your houses, for they have made worms meat of me. You can tell I've read that play a lot, huh? Don't bite your thumb at people, guys. Just don't.
So that's the end of Georgie and the pudding and pie.
Yeah, Billy, that's very true. If your name is the title of a play and it is labeled a tragedy, good luck. Oh, I love Romeo and Juliet. I get excited to teach it every year. There was a couple of years where we didn't teach it in pre-AP, but we just brought it back, so I was super excited.
I would like to point out I really also like the one I believe Kimber's referencing, the Baz Luhrmann 90s remake.
Yeah, because she literally said Romeo plus Juliet, so the movie version, which I love that one as well.
Anything else for me to examine? Nope. Just the door.
We have to think about that in the context of the time period, Billy, that would have been socially acceptable in nobility, even though it's super creepy to us, and like my own students will point out, especially for Juliet, and like they literally meet at the party and it's like, oh my gosh, like I've forgotten everything in the whole world except for you, and but yeah, in that time period, especially because it's set in a medieval era, that wouldn't have been uncommon because people died so young. So, but yeah, it's creepy now, and the fact that it's like they knew each other for like 2 days. Let's get married.
So this is where they've been sending these.
Oh, that's not ominous.
Yeah, they have that new show
Bigby,
on.
whoa.
I can't remember what network, but it's called Still Star-Crossed.
The Big Bad
where it's like what happened after they died. I haven't watched it yet, but the trailer didn't really win me over. It's based off of a book.
You used to be something.
Well, in the play, he's after this girl, Rosaline, who wants to be a nun. And, obviously nuns don't ever date or get married. And I don't think they ever say, like, how old she is, but I guess you could presume she's probably Romeo's age. But, yeah, she has that, her career goals as much as a career as a woman could get in that time period. But yeah, they reference her like a couple of times in the first act, and then after he meets Juliet, they never talk about Rosaline again. So my theory is that Romeo like sees girls and obsesses over them until he finds the next one, but we don't really have a lot of textual evidence to support that, just the two examples from the story. But I like to pretend in my own headcanon that he's like, ooh, a pretty girl.
Of course.
The Big Bad
Yeah, literally 12 seconds, Kimber. That's a good. Romeo liked him unattainable.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some
That's a
things
good
first.
point, Tom.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
And then also in nobility, a lot of cousin and like niece, uncle, or like aunt and nephew marriages happened. That's why a lot of nobility don't always have the best intellectual capabilities because they're highly inbred. So that always kind of makes me question, like, why do people like want to marry prince and princesses? Because like the genetic pool is not real.
Wow. What a man.
Well, it's a little tainted.
Stealing punches while my back is
better
turned.
analogy. I guess
Didn't
the
your mother
branches
ever
of
teach you to
trees
fight
don't really
proper?
branch off very far in nobility.
Oh, I thought he was gonna make her hit herself. I really wanted to make him to make her hit herself. So, like, this feels really dangerous to just be in a metal works. Because I'm wondering how much of this molten metal is molten silver.
Yeah, if you and again, Tom said break mirrors. Hopefully, it'll give you that option.
I don't think she necessarily needs mirrors. She stepped out of, I think, the reflection of a silver bullet.
Well, that's pushing it a little.
This feels like a bad idea. That was not good.
Where are you? Come out and face me!
Oh, wow. With a broken glass. Bigby, beast mode. Dang it. Wrong button.
Man, you're not having the button. Look.
It's just she's so fast. I'm not good at these.
The quick time kind of events.
Yeah. Dude, that is creepy. What? Oh, that's kind of terrifying. Oh. Reflections.
Animality. Mortal Kombat. that would be a terrible game to make in this style because of, we just know it's a fighting game. I don't think people would want it in the new genre. Hey, Sam! Glad you could join us.
Welcome aboard, Sam. Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
He huffed and he puffed and he
Blew them all away.
Yeah.
That must be the real Mary.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Oh, jeez. Nice try. No.
Sound design is really good in this part.
I was kind of wanting him to howl, but the roar works.
Oh, Green Jelly. Yeah, I love that song. I had that on Beavis and Butthead back in the day. My friends and I used to reenact that song because our friend had it on tape. Like cassette tape. Remember those guys? Cassette tapes?
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
And then he was not re-elected
this gun
sheriff.
holds 6 rounds of specially... I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that?
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me. Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
This is just a water gun. See?
I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that.
Just because
All
I
I'm asking
told
for
someone
is a
to take
chance
care of
to
it.
explain
I don't know
my
how
side of
that
the
could be
story.
misinterpreted.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town.
What are his shoes?
You're often reckless.
It's like snakeskin.
And I worry you're not thinking of the...
Albino
Let me ask
alligator.
you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
This is about protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders 2 of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Corey.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he?
How quaint.
My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You
Yeah,
really think
definitely.
I'm that
Really, we
stupid?
should.
I understand you have an obligation
I wonder
to
if
bring
they're
me in.
easily available
you can
because the
brighten
this
up
game's
a
not
little.
really that old,
It's
right?
over.
It's only like a few years
So,
ago.
shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Hey! I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Sure, his last cigarette.
Oh my god, what if he huff and puffs so well because of his cigarettes?
I know. But we have
Yeah,
to
we've
do
never
something.
played
Are you
this
fucking
world.
kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Hell yeah, Grant.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later.
We're gonna come look for you next
did
week.
well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Kimber, I just
Yes,
saw your
what are you
picture
waiting
with the-
for? You
the pink
killed
puppet.
Lily.
That is
She
so
was my
cute.
sister.
You look
What do
so
you have to say
excited.
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook.
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible.
Yes, Kimber,
The Crooked
your
Man
love
is
of
charged
puppets
with
is
the
very
murder
well
of
As I
Faith and...
already informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porge who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie may have killed them, but
Why is
you
it
made
weird,
the
Billy?
call.
Why don't
Do
you
I
tell
have
us?
to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the
Like, are they
motherfucker who
different
killed my
character
sister?
types? Like,
well,
one's
where
good,
is
one's
he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
Sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie paid for what he did. In the end, there
Did
was
he,
a fight,
though?
and he bled out from his wounds. It's over.
So he's dead? That's what you're saying?
I can't believe it was him. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
to-
change
Oh, that
anything.
makes sense, Billy.
We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You
It's always
called
good
the
when
shots.
an actor has
Georgie
range
made
where
that
they can play
perfectly
different
clear.
types.
In which case, you
but it
still
can still
have
be
a
little
lot to
jarring.
answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
Let her
Yeah, we've
finish.
talked about playing
And
that
you can
one
have
as
your
well.
say.
Got it?
Did we download the second one?
If you insist.
I'm not sure yet.
I don't remember. I know we saw one of them for
You
sale
are
or
charged with the
something.
murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and
Really?
providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
Most people go willingly at gunpoint.
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you
Stop
didn't.
the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all know who you are.
Why
we
did
know
he
what
want to
you've
be
done.
in
Give
front
it
of
up
everybody?
already.
He
It's kinda-
thinks
The
he's got
Crooked
away
Man
with
has
words.
committed crimes against
I mean,
this
he has
government
great
and, most
diction,
importantly,
but
its citizens.
everybody hates this
These
dude.
charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be
Corey.
committed to the witching
Where
well.
it fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, Henson puppets are awesome. They have like a special stitch that they do so that you don't see any seams, and I guess can have like a little bit more of a verisimilitude, realism, that kind of thing.
He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Maybe that's it, Sam. I think we got that one free. The Walking
Georgie
Dead.
was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those
Solely
women.
to buy the first
it was his
one.
business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
This is such bullshit.
He's always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
Yeah, we talked
My
about playing the
comrades
Game
are
of
another
Thrones
matter.
one too.
And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in. They get a bit carried
Ooh,
away
nice,
sometimes,
Billy.
it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you?
Yeah, except they flipped out when you were going to hand over Georgie.
You might even give up an innocent man.
I was not aware
Just
of
to
an
save
Animal
someone.
Farm that had Henson puppets. I think I've only
right.
seen
They
an
don't do it
animated
because they
one that
want
we
to
watched like
protect
in
you.
10th grade.
You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders,
Oh
they'll
man,
end up
Fraggles!
dead.
I love Fraggles. I used to watch that as a kid.
My employees are just that. Hired help. I see some of them are here among you.
I used to
They are
have
not my
some
slaves.
Fraggle.
They are all free to make their own decisions.
I guess
as
dolls
Georgie
is the right term.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really
I
think
I had
she
all, like,
wanted
I
that
guess the main
any of those
characters,
girls
which there's not
wanted
really
their
too
lives
many
like
characters.
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided
Down in
against my
Fraggle
better
Rock.
judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah.
You can only say that
That's
line
what you
because
did
then
to
we'll have
us.
to pay.
How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to
No,
look
not
out for you.
Ewoks. Ewoks are cute.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
Ewoks were my favorite when
Crane
I was
the
a
one who
kid.
let
I used
this
to
town
love
go to
Return of the
fucking
Jedi
dogs.
the best.
The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
But then I got it
Really?
confused with Empire Strikes Back, and
What
I would
about
ask my
Aunt
sister to
Greenleaf?
watch the wrong
Her
one,
story
and then
is
we
not
just had to keep
uncommon.
watching it.
She left everything she had back in the homelands.
'Cause I was
Everything
really
that
young.
mattered Anyway, with nowhere else to turn, she came to me.
Yeah, they had a Wicket pop
And
figure
what
at the
did I
comic
do for
book
you?
store. I almost got it the other
got
day.
my tree
It was so cute.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because
Yeah,
I
Kimber, a
helped
lot
her,
of people
she
would
was
probably
able
be
to make a
surprised
living,
that we have
provide for
strikingly
herself.
similar
And
interests.
what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed.
Because if you look at us, we're kind of like opposites. Like you have like all your awesome tattoos. I have no tattoos.
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
I know. Snow made a mistake.
I had very good reasons for asking you to do that.
I
She
don't
was
know if
working
Ewoks
with
would be
Crane and the
tasty.
Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe
But sadly,
me,
people
I
often do,
truly
Kimber.
want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
They're right.
You're all still
I feel like
afraid
we're
of
in
him,
12 Angry
even
Men
now.
right now.
Kinda.
But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over.
Ooh,
and
Bluebeard's
those
even
girls
on our
will
side.
have their justice.
Oh! Yeah, seriously, this is 12 Angry Fables.
Very good, very good.
Slow
the sentiment
clap.
is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
So, are we done?
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, crooked man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated the poor woodsman when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Mashed apples is
Did you
putting
think
it a
we'd
little
all just
harshly,
let that
don't you
go?
think?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still
Aw,
deputy
Cal.
mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
Right.
Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for
Oh
your
man,
employee's
E.T. is the
behavior,
best!
but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
Or whatever
I
his
will
name
not
really is, I don't
order
remember.
those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story.
I remember
They
one
want to
Christmas
scapegoat
morning
me for
I
their
got
own
a
tangled
drawing
ends,
pad
but they
and
refuse
markers
to answer
because
for
my
their
mom would
own
always give me art
crises,
supplies
right?
and I drew a E.T.
This isn't
and it
the
was
point.
so young that
We'll
I didn't
deal with them
understand why
after we
his
deal
neck
with
wasn't
you.
moving the
I
way it
know.
was
Laws
supposed
apply
to.
when we need them.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
Shut
me.
up.
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes
I
to
don't
this
recommend
diseased world,
watching
and ever
the
since, which one
revamped
of us has
E.T.
been
from
there for you?
2002.
Who filled your lives
The
with the
one
promise
where
of more?
they took out
Who
the
was there while
rifles
they
that the
idly
police
played in
had,
their
and
towers,
they changed a few other
judging
lines
you,
too. You
treating
can
you
really
as
tell that it
mindless
was
children,
like they're
too
trying to
stupid
sanitize it
to
for
command your
the
own
times.
destiny. Without me, who will pay your
Watch
rent
the
when you're on
original
verge of
version from
eviction?
'82.
Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf?
And there's creepy scenes
Who
added
will be
in the
there?
Bigby?
2002
Miss White?
version as well that don't look good because the CGI doesn't
Excuse me,
match the
sir.
puppetry.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
She's gonna talk.
I'd like to...
'Cause the
I
spell's
need
been
to
broken.
say something.
Yeah, she can.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Of course.
And maybe
Go right
they don't
ahead.
all know that.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
whether-
up.
Oh,
You enslaved
Yeah.
us for years.
He don't
Let us hear
know.
stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line.
And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian killed herself back at the Pudding and Pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Nerissa. My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and
Nice.
Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always
You're
him.
winning the
Georgie would
crowd.
have never done anything without his say-so. ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Harumph!
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he
Opinions.
did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto
Well, it would be
whatever
dumb
will
if
keep
they
your
all
miserable
stayed
lives
on there.
afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of him.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up!
Poop.
Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
This reminds me of that
I hope
episode
you
of The
aren't
Simpsons where they were
suggesting
trying to
yourself.
name the committee
Should
about
have a
who was
vote.
going to figure
Make
out
it
why the parents
democratic.
were all
Do you
staying
really
up
think
at
that's
night
going
or
to work?
whatever.
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything. What about Bigby?
Bravo.
What about him?
Oh
He was
no,
appointed.
they're gonna make me choose.
The only
Of
official
course, it's
representative, really.
Telltale
He
game.
should
I
be the
know.
judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This
Rabble,
isn't
rabble.
how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf,
course.
it's your call.
Snow.
Please don't put
Just
me on a timer for
Do
this.
what you think is right.
Hopefully they'll just give you 2 options.
Yes, Sheriff.
Nope.
Of course. Rip his head off, lock him up,
Teach him
throw
a
him down the
fucking
well.
lesson.
No.
He has to die.
Go with your heart,
Just fucking
Joe.
get rid of him.
Not this way.
Oh no!
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Corey,
You
you'd be
said you had a way
surprised
to
how
keep
many
him from hurting
workplaces
people.
have
Wait, you can't
What
be
he's
serious.
done,
kind of
you're just gonna
things.
put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes. There's a way.
All right. Do it.
The North Wind blows.
House is down. Yeah, I went there. One
Lux-
day later.
Luxury apartments. They misspelled terrible.
I don't know, they seem pretty luxurious. Holy cow.
Not what I
Corey,
was
what'd you do at
expecting.
Disney?
Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Let's just call it even.
Is that TJ?
Hey, Sheriff. I don't know if you remember me.
I know who you are, Flycatcher. You've worked at the Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Corey, did that job pay as bad as I've heard from
This
other
fucking
people?
lie.
And is it really as tedious as I've seen in, what's it called, Grandma's Boy? Because it seemed pretty tedious.
Oh, Mr. Wolf? Flycatcher left his
I know,
keys.
right, Kimber Toad?
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Ugh. I hate Bluebeard.
Well, the game's not over yet, so there's gotta be something...
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Colin doesn't care.
Look, pigs are really smart anyway. So.
Exactly. That's why they took over that farm. Oh, that sounds horrible, Corey.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because Corey, I always have students that want to be video game testers.
I'm going. Jesus.
Because they think that they'll get to like play Call of Duty or like whatever their favorite game is every day, all day long. And then I have to inform them that that's not actually what the job entails. It's, you know, playing games wrong and trying to exploit flaws so that the programmers can fix them.
Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
I drew you a picture.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
I tried to help too.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her, she was nice.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, Corey, that opportunity might come up, actually. What kind of educational level or skill level did you have to do that job? Was it just kind of like an entry-level high school position, or did you have to have any kind of degree or schooling for that?
And a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah. You don't have to worry about the Mundies seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So I would imagine. No, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Give him a hug, dude.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
I don't know. He, must have run off.
Bullshit.
Saying goodbye?
That's interesting to know, Corey.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to...
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Nerissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us.
Oh, man.
I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
I mean, she was.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Here.
They already said they all hate his brand.
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
So you think that makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... That night, after Faith, I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her
Did you hear
scheduled
a pig
appointment.
noise in the background
So I did the
earlier?
only thing I could do.
No, I'm not sure.
I could have swore I heard
I
a pig
left
noise.
Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
Like maybe Colin's spying on them.
I
or
walked
something.
her over here, and I left her.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah, I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
I'm sorry, Nerissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I go out there, and I do my job. I put my life on the line. I get shot at. I do what has to be done for them. But at the end of the day, I'm still the bad guy.
I know, but they'll come around. You'll see. After everything you've done for us.
Thanks,
Maybe
Superman.
they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally.
I would have felt really
Because
bad if
you
I shoved
brought
him
the
down the
Crooked
well
Man
and
in,
ripped his head off with this.
everyone saw
Yeah, that
who
would have been
he really
horrible.
was. So
At
from
least
where
he's just
I'm
a
standing,
crow.
you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be
Please
the
don't
same
add the
without
worse
you.
on.
Yeah, I just keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, I feel like something bad.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
I think that was the other shoe.
I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little
Did
Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
He
Faith?
said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
Wait, is that the end?
Are you freaking serious? Did we get the bad ending?
I don't think so.
What did you do to Georgie? You let him die. We're in the minority. Gave the crooked man a trial.
Chose to imprison the crooked
him.
man. Wow, more people decide to keep him. 98.5% of players decide to accept TJ's gift for Snow. Hope I said it. Okay. It's interesting. Oh, special stats. You lied to him about beauty. Oop.
You promised her you wouldn't tell Beast that you saw her outside the apartment. You fought him after the interrogation. Gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. You helped him to avoid the farm.
Crooked man, you took him back to the witching well.
You imprisoned him.
Faith gave her the money after the fight with the woodsman.
You left him to die. You smashed up his place. I think we smashed up his place first.
Yeah, but, you know.
Yeah.
Kicked down her door. You drank with Grin after Lily's funeral. You made a deal with him. You gave her a cigarette during your final conversation. You brought her along with you to the trip trap.
Chose to wait for him. You accepted his beetle and promised to give it to Snow. You stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm, yet he ended up on the farm.
And Woody chose to arrest him at the Trip Trap bar.
Wow.
I had heard... Oh, jeez. That was loud. Okay. So, that was The Wolf Among Us, and I had heard they're going to be doing a sequel sometime soon. I'll see what I can find. I think our next game is going to be a game called Dead Nation.
Yeah, when are we going to play that? Do you know?
Probably sometime next week.
Alright.
We'll tweet about it.
Yeah, Dead Nation is an isometric gauntlet-style zombie game where two players are basically like the sole survivors of this town, and they're trying to get to the other survivors in a, I guess, post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Yeah, but it was not a good toad to go out on, Kimber.
Yeah, that was sad. Yeah, I'm not too sure how I feel about the ending of this game.
I think the whole intent is it's setting up for the sequel.
Probably, but I don't know. I feel like maybe there were some choices we could have made differently and made it slightly happier. I don't know. Not that all games have to have a happy ending. It's just like, really? This is where we're gonna end.
I think that's the point, though, because in all of the Fables, they all lived happily ever after. And this kind of proves that they're not living happily ever after.
Yeah, I really like the title, The Wolf Among Us, because not one person was like an upstanding citizen. Everybody was kind of shady and had their own agenda. Even Snow White.
Yup.
So I like that they kind of take away the innocent aspects that the fairy tale characters have earned over the years, especially since they've gotten the Disney treatment. So when you go back to the original Grimm's fairy tales, Hans Christian Andersen, everybody, there's a lot more sinister things in those fairy tales. Cinderella, you know, like her sisters, like hack off part of their foot to fit the slipper. Sleeping Beauty did not consent to the prince's actions.
Continue the story today. Pick up the graphic novel from Vertigo.
Lots of bad stuff in fairy tales from the times past, but you know they didn't consider children the same way we consider them today. They were basically just short adults, so they didn't feel the need to sugarcoat anything.
So this is something we haven't looked at yet. This is the Book of Fables.
Oh yeah.
And it's information over each one.
And we haven't unlocked everything.
Yeah, there's a trophy for unlocking each one in each chapter.
Nice. Yeah, Corey, definitely more of a noir ending where it's ambiguous.
Interesting stuff here, yeah.
Oh yeah, we let Prince Lawrence die.
In the old days, he terrorized Norse mead halls, but lately he can be found occupying a stool in various quiet, dumpy bars around New York. He hates the noisy city, but must work there to afford his glamour. Despite his gruff bearing, he's fiercely loyal to those who've learned to offer him the space and silence he desires. Talking to him is like watching a time bomb tick down. It's only a matter of time.
I like how they reference the whole terrorizing mead halls from Beowulf.
Yep. Interesting stories here. So, oh wow. So in the days leading up to the Exodus, the Big Bad Wolf hunted armies of men and goblins in the Black Forest. These invading forces had driven off the great beast's preferred quarry, and their own flesh was rotten with corruption. Hardly a suitable replacement. He made it his game to destroy their camps, devour their night watchmen, and disrupt their supply trains while sparing the prisoners. One day, he broke their ranks and discovered a particular woman they held captive. Her skin was white as snow, but her hair was darkened as the night sky. He approached her. She, knowing no sword could match the giant wolf's power, bravely placed her shackles in the beast's mouth. He freed her, but years have passed before the two met again in the Mundy world. Interesting. Interesting stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
we won't read them all because
time, you know.
Yeah.
So, that's been The Wolf Among Us. Pretty good story, pretty good game. And we'll probably, the next Telltale we play might be Tales from the Borderlands. Get Ashley here to play that one since I've already played it and beaten it. But the next game we'll play through is probably Dead Nation.
Yeah, that'll be a lot more, it'll be a different level of fun because both of us will be able to control a character, and we'll really have to be careful about the way we talk in the game. Because when we're at home and not talking to other people, you know, some words may fly, but we try to keep it clean online, so...
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright guys, thanks for coming out. Y'all take it easy, and we'll be in touch.
Yeah, oh, also on Sunday, if you're around in the morning at 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central Time, we're going to be talking with a lot of the other folks from the Tough channel, like Tom and Kimber, Brian, Jack, and Raul, about the championship episode of Fan Friction. So please come and watch our little conversation, and if you have a question you want to ask us, you can tweet at me. Sam says you need to play something your PlayStation Network friends have. Do you want to be in the stream, Sam? Can you do cross-country,
I don't see why not.
I mean, I'm just saying I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
You don't have to be in the same region as someone to play a game with them? Yeah, Corey, definitely see you Saturday. I got it in my phone to remind me.
All
well,
right.
Sam, tweet us what games we have in common. Maybe we can work something out.
Yep. We'll see what we can do. Everybody take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.